Today I'm going to show you how I evaluate puppies for retrieving drive. There are lots of reasons why you would want to evaluate a puppy's retrieve drive other than just that you want them to be a retriever to go retrieve birds. I first realized that retrieve evaluation was important for lots of reasons when I saw it in the Volhard testing that I used to evaluate overall temperaments for my hunting and working dogs. For the Volhard testing methodology, retrieving is a measurement of eagerness to please. Dealing with pretty aggressive hunting dogs that are sometimes hard to work with, I really keyed in on that I want dogs that are eager to please. That's great if they want to find stuff, that's great if they want to kill stuff, but I also want them to do it for me. I have a saying that I developed around this concept, and that is the best hunting dog in the world is a wild wolf, but you can't hunt with it because it'll hunt you. Also, when I'm looking at a tracking prospect or a cross-discipline dog, I really want retrieving to be there. So if I'm looking for a multifunctional hunting dog, whether I'm gonna flush birds, whatever I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna track deer, whatever I'm gonna do, I want that dog to have that ball drive that I can work with. And I've noticed that's also true for drug dogs, bomb dogs, police dogs. They frequently use a toy that they'll key in on. I see this in working dogs across disciplines. Retrieve drive's usefulness is not limited to just retrieving birds. Retrieve drive is not only useful for evaluating whether a dog will make a good retriever, it is also used to evaluate dogs' working drive across functions. This is a 7-week-old blue lacy puppy, but it could be any breed. I use a little squeaky ball here that when you squeeze it, it squeaks. That gets their ear's attention. I use a smaller ball that the pup can easily fit in his mouth, so we're not challenging him on picking up something larger. We really just want to make it as easy as possible for the puppy. All I care is that puppy, one, has the focus to see something's moving away from him, see that it's kind of a cool thing, it makes a neat noise. I'm going to pick that up so he's not like real spooky shy. He's got the confidence to go grab something, be proud that he's got some item. Future it'd be game, but in this case just a toy. And then I also want him to have kind of a desire to come back to me with it. A lot of times we'll see puppies that will pick up the item and go away from you, and that's okay, but that just shows that they're a little bit more selfish. You'll see puppies that will chase the ball, but they just really have no interest in picking it up. That's just way too much for them to process in their head, or maybe they're kind of spooky and shy. We don't really like to see that. And the Volhard testing really favors the puppy that will just kind of follow something, grab it, pick it up, and bring it back to you. Would be the ideal score, kind of in the middle for the Volhard testing, for my testing as well. The other possibilities are that the pup will come back and come around you, which shows kind of, I want to come back to you, but then I'm a little bit selfish. So that's sort of a measurement in between bringing it back to you and taking it the other way. So a little bit easier to work with a dog that's coming back. And what I'll generally do is if the puppy gets the item, goes back to another point, say it's over to the side, this side or that side, and gets a spot where they're comfortable and they lay down with it, I move to that point. Now we don't have to get there with this puppy. This puppy readily brings it right back to me. This puppy showing high in eagerness to please and retrieve drive. The key for me is this is not a trained thing. This is just an evaluation thing. I need to be able to get the puppy to retrieve 3 times in a row. If I can't get a puppy to show interest, 3 times in a row, some dogs just don't retrieve, and that's okay if you're not looking for that. In this case, I look for that. We want to see 3 times. Now, before I start working with the dog, I want to see him do 6 to 9 times in a row. But for right now, 7-week-old puppy, I just want to see them retrieve in a very easy circumstance 3 times in a row. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Okay, you ready? Come on. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Here you go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, buddy.